What's your favorite scary movie, Steffan? Hello everyone, Anita here, and today I'm here with
Steffan.
And we are going to address a question that was asked from Brandon Rhymes. What's your favorite horror movie? When I was asked this question, I was elated that I get to talk about horror, because I am a dark hippie. Do you think I'm spooky and cute at the same time, Steffan?
Yeah, you pull it off.
Thanks! That should be my motto.
Yeah, that's a good motto.
So I wanted to dedicate a whole video to this with one of my very good friends who happens to really be into horror as well. I love spooky stuff, I love horror, I love gore. Isn't it just like a wonderful genre?
It is by far the best genre.
Horror, man.
Yeah, I grew up with it too, like Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Me too! Do you remember the Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps?
Oh, yes.
I loved those! So basically I wanted to open this video really with what are our favorite elements of horror, what really makes a movie enjoyable.
Well, I know one thing that I've always been drawn to with horror movies is the amount of creativity that they're allowed to do. A lot of the fear of the unknown stuff that they're bringing in. You get vampires, werewolves, and all that. There's a lot more to play with when it comes to horror.
One of my top things are the elements of like reality. Like if I think that this could actually happen to me and my friends, that scares the ever-loving shit out of me.
With the original Halloween, this is some escaped crazy person killing these babysitters in a suburban town. So many people were afraid of that because that could happen.
Yeah, a mental patient could escape a hospital, you know? Somebody could escape and start murdering babysitters. That's something that could totally happen, so that's scary, you know? I always found Michael Myers to be really scary. Alright, so what's another thing for you?
Those moments after watching a horror movie and you're just kind of scared to walk down the hall to the bathroom.
Yes!
And it's just like,
I love that!
Yeah, and it's just like, it's like scary, but it's fun.
Yes.
It's like that kind of adrenaline rush with it.
It has to not only, like, because jump scares are fine, but not just like a, woo, I'm scared. It has to be like psychologically damaging for me. And then I'm just like, oh my God. Like totally just like, wow, like something that just really penetrates my psyche.
With the horror movies, it's got that community behind it, and it's got like, you watch the bad ones, even if they're bad, they're fun. They can be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely the bad ones that are bad, but you know, it's just like you can pop on a random Netflix one and have such a great time watching it.
I agree.
It's like, I've always loved that aspect.
I'm really into like the costuming and the makeup. It just really pulls me into the reality, like that it could, like this is what's happening around me. That to me is something that is so enjoyable when it's done well. Like I appreciate the cheesy ones where it's gory and stupid, but to make it really enjoyable and just really like hit hard for me, it's just when they have amazing makeup to where I can't tell if it's fake or not, you know, that's what really gets me. You know? So there's that element that I really enjoy.
I mean, it's not necessarily makeup, but the special effects and the things.
Special effects,
costuming,
it's
like creating the creature.
all of that,
it's like
just
all
making
those
that world
and,
and that creature and that villain and the universe. We're gonna talk about our favorite scary movie now.
It's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
A Nightmare on Elm Street! Yes! That whole idea of somebody coming into your dreams where you think you're safe.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite scene?
Johnny Depp.
The bed, right?
Yeah, Johnny Depp's death scene.
I mean, it really is.
The blood fountain up to the ceiling.
That was pretty rad. That was like such a good, like, you'll never forget that scene.
Oh, no.
Like,
that's one of my favorite death scenes in all of horror.
Me too. I really liked that scene. And I particularly liked the creepiness of the scene where Freddy's hand came up in between Nancy's leg and was like, and then Nancy, and then it just retracts. Whoa, that scared me so much. So can you guess what my favorite scary movie is? The Exorcist. It scared the absolute piss out of me when I was a kid. I was so scared of that movie. I played the Ouija board a lot when I was a kid. We just were totally into it, me and my friends and my family. We just played the Ouija board. That was a thing. It was normal in my household, which is probably one of the reasons I'm so spooky today. There was a lot of, my sister was born on Halloween, so it was always a big deal in our household. Yeah, that might have something to do with the way I am.
A slight factor.
But see, I was also watching like Care Bears and Rainbow Bright, so that's where the hippie element comes in, because I'm like, yay, pretty rainbows. Her makeup was so rad. Everything seemed so realistic to me, so I was like, oh my god, the Ouija board can actually make you possessed. So to me it was so real and just frightening, and I was like, ah!
I have my list of my favorites, then the ones I actually consider to be the best horror movies of all time, and that I put The Exorcist number one.
Nice!
Exorcist is number one, I put Shining number two.
Oh wow, I like The Shining.
So yeah, which those are the only two that like gave me trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, good choices.
Yeah. So.
Right on. Alright, well that's gonna do it for this video. I want to thank Steffan for coming on my channel again. It's good to have you on. And if you like this video, make sure to smack that like button, you know where, and subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every single week. See you later, Stargazer. Bye! Did I do that right?
I think so.
Okay. Look, you look like a gigantor next to me without a pillow in your mouth. No, don't slouch though.